from us. Love wants you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it.
Hey guys, what's cracking? It's Krakenation, coach of the Boston Bisharps, and we are here today with our CSL Week 2 of Season 9, battle. I am, of course, Krakenation, coach of the Boston Bisharps. We're coming off of a pretty hot W last week. Hoping to keep that streak alive. Today we're going to be facing the Strokefish, also known as Gaming, coach of the Beijing Beheeyem. Pretty scary team and definitely a pretty good player behind it. So I put a lot of really intense prep into this team. And so we're just going to hop into just a quick recap of what the team's looking like. First up, we got Electro Pupper with Jolteon. Electro Pupper is pretty much a standard speed because it's like a super textbook set. He has got a Quagsire on his team, so Hidden Power Grasses, that's where that comes in. I mean, the thing is, like, I have to run this. It looks super textbook, but it's so cool that Jolteon hits exactly the speed tier at 394 to outspeed a max speed Scarf Hoopa, which I think is really cool. It's also really nice that this thing outspeeds things like Weavile. I really thought about running Hidden Power Fighting over Hidden Power Grass to secure the kill on Weavile. Hopefully I don't end up regretting that I'm not. I don't know. Quagsire seems pretty likely with how many physical attackers my team has. I want to do well prepped for it. And also, it's the one thing that stops me from switching around with Volt Switch. But yeah, I have that Shadow Ball because I do outspeed Scarf Hoopa. So that's pretty much what that's there for, and Hoopa is definitely scary. And then obviously T-Bolt for that reliable hit and Volt Switch to switch around. We got AV Tapu Lele with Moonblast, Psychic Shadow Ball, Focus Blast. AV Tapu Lele is a set that people I feel like don't really think about a lot, but I think Tapu Lele has a really good special defense stat that really benefits from an Assault Vest, and it doesn't a lot of the time need to run an item to boost its power necessarily. I mean, obviously, specs Tapu Lele has no switch-ins. That's obviously fantastic, but in the situation, I needed a Pokemon that could take hits from Torn if Torn's not running Iron Tail. Obviously, Iron Tail Tornadus is scary. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it, so I'll have to beat it some other way if it ends up killing Tapu Lele, but Assault Vest lets me take hits from a lot of the special attackers on this team, specifically Tornadus Therian, as well as Mega Ampharos. This is what our team's probably best answer to Mega Ampharos. And that's where that AV really comes in. It lets us take those, sponge up those T-Bolts a little bit better, and just blast off Moonblasts and Psychics against the rest of this team. Next up, we've got a fully just physically defensive Skarmory with Roost, Brave Bird, Toxic Whirlwind. I've been really trying to figure out if I want to throw an Iron Head or Brave Bird. Ended up deciding on Brave Bird. It was a tough decision, but I just feel like there are more. I looked at it one by one, and there are more situations in which Brave Bird is going to be more useful. Roost is obviously just standard. Toxic is really nice to wear on things like Quagsire, and then Whirlwind is there because he's definitely got some mons that can set up. Registeel and Quagsire are the two that come to mind as those defensive setup mons. Weavile can set up, of course, but I don't think I'll be really trying to Whirlwind out of Weavile. I'd rather just attack it. Ironhead obviously hits some stuff as well. It was a really tough call, but I just felt like in the end, Brave Bird was going to be the move of choice. I just looked at it on a mon-by-mon basis, and I don't know. It was really tough because the recoil damage sucks. But there's just situations where Brave Bird gets 2 KOs on some more fragile mons. But anyways, next up we've got Scarf Garchomp. Obviously, why am I bringing Scarf Garchomp? He has a Weavile. Why is that a good idea? But we don't fear Ice Shard, and Scarf Garchomp outspeeds everything on this team up to Scarf Hoopa. Because we don't fear Ice Shard in the situation in which we can get our Psychic Terrain up, which is really kind of cool synergy this team has. Earthquake, Outrage, Stone Edge, Earth, Ironhead. Ironhead obviously is like kind of a niche coverage move, and in most situations we're going to click Earthquake, and if his fairy type is, I think, what was his fairy type? I'm forgetting. He has a fairy, but if that thing goes down, Outrage is Whimsicott. Outrage is a really safe move to be clicking as well. Obviously not if Weavile's around clicking Ice Shard, but in most situations it's really good. And Earthquake, Stone Edge obviously just really two powerful quick moves. Full attack, and this thing's already really fast, so with the Scarf, so we're all set there. And some nice bulk, actually. So Garchomp has some good natural bulk, so hopefully we can take some hits. Next up, we've got a pretty cool Rhydon set. This is our rocker as well as just running Edgequake coverage. This is our best answer to Weavile, as well as is running some interesting spicy EVs. Takes hits from defensive Ampharos, takes hits from Life Orb Weavile, and then Stone Edge or Counter or Earthquake, the move of choice, nets the proper 2-hit KO or OHKO, respectively. So it's a pretty cool set. It gets up our rock. It's also a really, really great answer to Darmanitan. Darmanitan really can't touch Rhydon, so if he decides to bring Darmanitan, we're gonna eat that thing up for breakfast with Rhydon and get up rocks for free. Our last set is Blastoise. This is a Mega Blastoise with Scald, Ice Beam, Rapid Spin. We are running Earthquake with an attack reducing nature, just a nab Tentacruel. That last coverage spot, I went through a lot of different moves. Was thinking about, there's really 4 moves. I was thinking about Dragon Tail to phase. Managed to fit Whirlwind on Skarmory, so I decided not to go Dragon Tail. I was looking at Aura Sphere for Weavile. I figure I can just click Scald is a 2-hit KO on Weavile. And I figure I can also get a burn there, and also not really taking a lot from Weavile's attacks, besides low kick, I think. I was also looking at Dark Pulse to hit Hoopa, but I only outspeed Hoopa, very obvious. I'm not running a lot of speed, I'm running some speed. I'm not running a lot, and Hoopa will probably run speed to outspeed a lot of my Pokemon, I feel like, so it's not worth running Dark Pulse to hit Hoopa if Hoopa's just going to outspeed me and wreck me. So I'd rather be... hold on, in hindsight, actually, what's switching into Hoopa? I don't know. That's a thought, but I don't know. That's actually a good question. I don't know if Hoopa doesn't really have switch-ins in general, but definitely Earthquake is nice to be able to hit Tentacruel pretty hard. So we are going to let him know that we are all done and hope for the best. This team's definitely not. I'm not the happiest I've ever been with the team. That's because he's got a team that matches up pretty well against me. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just really, there's some sets here that I'm just very cautious about, like that Dark Pulse there, this Skarmory set with Iron Head. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do much more though. So I think I'm just gonna have some faith in what I'm running. And we're going to start this game. Alright, so we are waiting for Strokefish to accept this challenge. I always hate the time it takes them to accept the challenge, because these are always the times that I'm like second guessing my sets. I guess I wish I had brought Dark Pulse for this Hoopa. Alright. Okay, so the question is, what do we lead? In most situations, if I was running Dark Pulse, it's nice that I'm running Earthquake because it hits Registeel. But if I was running Dark Pulse, that'd be awesome. Fortunately, I'm not. This would be a great set if I was running Dark Pulse. But I don't know what I would give up to run Dark Pulse. So it's a tough situation. Jolteon is a really good lead, except in the situation where he leads Ampharos. Or maybe Registeel is a pretty likely lead as well. Obviously, he has had a clearing. I was thinking about bringing Spikes, so I'm glad that I did not bring Spikes. I guess we're probably gonna lead Blastoise. Is like, I mean, in my practice games, Blastoise was always a really good lead, but I just feel like there's quite a few Pokemon on this team that Blastoise leads really, really poorly against. Rhydon. I have to concentrate. Rhydon is obviously actually a pretty good lead. But alright. Jolteon is also, I think Jolteon's honestly the lead. Just threatens everything turn 1. Tapu Lele threatens some stuff really well, actually. Really well. I really like Tapu Lele as a lead, honestly. Garchomp's not bad, but I don't want to be forcing Garchomp to click anything. It can't click Outrage or Earthquake safely right now. Actually, it can click Outrage once Registeel's weakened, but besides that, Rhydon has pretty good matchup against some lines. I'm going to lead Jolteon, I think. If he leads Ampharos, I'm really screwed in that situation. I think Tapu Lele is a good lead, but I also need to play... I need to keep Tapu Lele healthy for the late game, where it needs to take hits from faster Pokemon. This is a tough situation. I guess Rhydon to get my rocks up. Oh man, this is a tough. Leading here is tough. I don't have a good lead of choice. Tapu Lele looks the best on paper, for sure. But it might not be the best actually. I guess I'm gonna go Blastoise. No, but what? Okay, I guess what I haven't thought about, what are his likely leads? Ampharos, because it's a Mega. Registeel, because it's a Rocker. Tornadus Therian, because it's fast. Hoopa, because it... No, Hoopa's not a great lead. Most situations, Hoopa's a bad lead. Especially against a team that can definitely threaten it. So we're looking at Tornadus Therian, Registeel, or Ampharos. In all of those situations, Tapu Lele is a good lead. Yeah, I'm just going to go with my gut. Tapu Lele is my gut. Yup, alright, we made a good call. The gut Tapu Lele was good. It was real good. I like it. Tapu Lele just eats up hits from this thing. Almost no matter what it wants to go for. Like, I don't want to click Psychic. I think he would actually rather switch into Registeel here. So, well, I do want to click Psychic and not Moonblast, I mean. I think his play is to switch into Registeel. I'm going to... Actually, the Rhydon switch here isn't bad, considering he has to go for either an electric move. Yeah, I'm going to go into hard in the Rhydon here and get my rocks up. Registeel's an easy switch in here. I guess there's the potential of HP Grass. But my team has a lot of HPs. I guess I assume I'm going to run HP Ice against my draft. Alright, well, in most situations, then I guess Focus Blast is pretty good. I mean, there's no switch into this thing clicking Focus Blast. I can just click Psychic and kill anything on this team next turn, literally. Everything else on the team dies in the next turn. If he goes into Weavile... I'm going to click Focus Blast here. This thing has to switch out, I feel. It can't Mega Evolve or else it fears Moonblast. So Rhydon probably would have been the play there, I guess. Although, no, not necessarily. Okay, so this thing is scary as balls. Um, I don't have a switch out. It's a roll to kill me. I don't want to lose Tapu Lele. What is this set here? Life Orb. Okay, that's not absolutely unlikely. But I do outspeed a Life Orb, so he has to be Scarf. And if he's Scarf, we don't take as much, and we can get up. We can switch out, and we can kill, and we can keep our Lele alive for later. I think Shadow Ball is the play. I don't have a switch in, obviously. And it takes that hit really well and hits back really hard. Priority doesn't matter to me. So I think I'm going to click the best move I've got. Wow. Huh. Took that really well. Must be Assault Vest. Yeah, that looks like absolutely Assault Vested damage. I think Moonblast is the click here because Psychic isn't guaranteed. Shadow Ball actually goes pretty much unresisted unless he goes into Weavile. I'd rather click Moonblast just because it's stab and it's going to kill and it's going to hit most of the team harder. So he goes into Registeel. Definitely not going to let Tapu Lele die because the Psychic terrain is really valuable. This is a chance to get in Blastoise and start clicking Scald, which is something I absolutely want to do. If Tapu Lele is still useful against a couple mons in this team, right? Hoopa, we know it outspeeds now. Registeel, it can still outspeed. Maybe a... Ooh, not bad. Alright, well... Scalding this thing isn't going to help us out a lot. I want to see how much that Moonblast did to Registeel. It did 14. So that's probably just a Spadef Registeel. Don't want this to get weakened here. Don't know what the switch in is though. Garchomp's not bad actually. Really wish I was running Hidden Power Fighting on Jolteon now, but alas. I'm gonna switch into Garchomp. Can Garchomp kill this after he takes after the rough skin damage? It could definitely kill actually, which is nice to know. Can Stone Age kill Torn? Stone Age can kill a Torn set, not bulk, and he has to be pretty speedy. So I have Gengar. I also can click Outrage, but that leaves me not to be able to switch out. I'm not going to let this thing die like that. I think I just click Stone Edge here. We've got some stuff weakened, which is actually very crucial Mons weakened because Blastoise can now beat Ampharos almost 100% of the time. I wish I was running Rock Slide, but Rock Slide wouldn't have killed, so I'm glad I'm running Stone Edge. So Registeel isn't running lefties, so it's probably like a Shookaberry. I want to start getting this chip damage in because things are just switching around right now. He gets his rocks up. I'm going to get mine up. Actually, what's the play here? Earthquaking or stealth rocking. If he goes into Torn, I'm just going to click my rocks. Tentacle hits the field. Actually, Balloon Tentacle is pretty cool. Still haven't got my Mega Evolve up on Blastoise, which is really unfortunate. Killing this thing would be absolutely fucking huge. But we're not going to be able to right now. I like Jolteon right now a lot, quite a lot. But I'm gonna go into Jolteon. Oh my god, and the burn. Damn, that's unfortunate. Gonna click T-Bolt. Ampharos does not resist the T-Bolt. Oh, sorry, he's not immune to the T-Bolt. It's really hot in here. I don't like Jolteon being this weak at all. So it gets probably like one more switch in realistically. I don't even want to click Volt Switch on the out switch now. Jolteon Ampharos. How much did that do to regular Ampharos? Thunderbolt just did 21. Really? So you're like a Spadef Ampharos. Alright. Unless he's like AV, but that's a Mega. He knows that rule. Yeah, we can't kill this. He's gonna click a Dragon move, right? We know that. Do we want Jolteon dead? No, we do not want Jolteon dead. He doesn't have to. He can click a move that isn't. Yeah, to kill Jolteon right now, he can click any move he wants, and also it means Tapu Lele. He's not gonna click. He's not gonna click Thunderbolt or Dragon Pulse right now. I want to look up Ampharos, see what it gets. Yeah, he gets Focus Blast, but he probably Power Gem is definitely a move. Signal Beam. He's gonna click any of those moves. Thunderbolt's the last thing he's gonna click. So I think the play is to get him in Blastoise and make a super ballsy play here. Because there are situations where he would click Dragon Pulse, but Thunderbolt is never the play. If you click T-Bolt, I'm going to be really salty. Click Volt Switch. Oh my god. Well, this game just got a lot harder, guys. Got a lot harder. Forgot about Mold Breaker. Yeah, healthy Blastoids would have been real nice. That was pretty stupid of me. Ah, that's really stupid of me. That's annoying. My Blastoids would have been good against so many of these Mons still. So many of these Mons still. Alright, well, we gotta figure out how we're gonna win now. Without Blastoise, the game plan gets a lot harder because Blastoise was good against Registeel, was good against Weavile, it was good against Ampharos. And it was our Rapid Spinner. So things can't come in indefinitely now. Is Skarmory the switch in here? Or is it Land Narwhal? Rhydon outspeeds Ampharos, right? Rhydon's pretty useful here. Well, the thing is, without Blastoise, we're like severely limited. Our offensive Mons are like weakened as hell. Having costs a lot of PP to boot. So the question is, do I want to go into Skarm? This is where I would have preferred Ironhead, I guess. Can't really click Brave Bird. Well, he's probably not running speed on Ampharos, so I could click it twice. I think Ampharos is, sorry, Skarmory is the play. I don't like Rhydon a lot just yet, and it can put him in so much work against a couple of these other Mons still. Well, actually, mostly this, but these two and maybe this. This if it's not running Grass Knot. Definitely can't go into Jolteon here. The question is, do I want to keep Rhydon healthy, or do I want to try to split out Skarm? And Skarm can heal back up and can take on things like Torn without Heat Wave better. Can take on Hoopa better. I'm going to go into Rhydon. I have counter. I don't want to click it. I mean, unless he's banded. Earthquake is a pretty good play here, but I'm going to click Stone Edge because we hit a lot of stuff way harder with Stone Edge. I mean, it's risky, but counter, Stone Edge. I'm gonna click Stone Edge, I think. Because Earthquake might not kill. Especially if he's running like, probably, because he's probably running like 352, right? And so, for Gengar, so he's probably running like 120, in which case Earthquake really might not kill unless he's Life Orb, and if he's not Life Orb, really doesn't kill. Alright, so we kill Hoopa. Hoopa wasn't the biggest problem, though. I mean, it's nice that some of my mons don't have to deal with it now, but... We also didn't reveal counter, which is good. Tentacool is going to be his play. I already knew that, yeah. So I want to calc how much... he gets such an easy Scald off here. Jolteon's got what? 12%, so it's got, after that, 20. Jolteon's got 2 attacks left if I get it in at any given moment. Stone Edge is not going to touch this thing. Although I want to see how much Jolteon Scald did to Jolteon. 32. So he's probably like a bulky set. He's not running offense. Okay. What happened? Oh, there we go. Perfect. So we are in a tough situation here where we have to decide between Rapid Spin and Scald. Scald makes Skarmory have a really, really tough time. But I can't afford to burn this. This can't switch into a Scald. So I think Skarm, or we stay in, but we stay in and click what? I think Skarm has to be the play. We can't risk the burn on Chomp, who can... He didn't get the burn there, luckily, though. Definitely just want to click Roost. Don't want to let myself die. Although Ampharos is probably going to come in here, but I need to keep. I play no matter what. Even if Ampharos is coming in, it's going to be to Roost. So I kind of put myself in a tough spot by letting Blastoise die. Definitely expecting a Heat Wave now. Kind of have to go into Garchomp here. I don't like Garchomp. But I'm going to get fucked by Heat Wave in a sec, so... Garchomp, on the other hand, takes Heat Wave. Sorry, takes that. Has to click Stone Edge. If he clicks Icy Wind, it's a great play, and I can't do much about it. Rhydon can't be the switch in here. Hurricane's a pretty safe play too. I can't stay in, which sucks. This Hurricane's gonna bop Garchomp. The bad player on Blastoise cost me pretty heavily in a lot of these situations, because Blastoise could have taken any hit from this thing. Interesting. That really sucks. Garchomp can't come in again on rocks. I mean, that was a good play. A weird play, but a good play. I don't know how we're going to win this game anymore with this thing left to die. It's going to come down to a lot of really tricky plays. In hindsight, I shouldn't have sent that in, but I also didn't know. I mean, I can't let Skarm die. Skarm walls a lot of this team. We know it's not Life Orb, but Skarm walls 3 of the Mons on this team really well and outspeeds the other one. So once this thing's down, I'm going to be in a good spot. Think the play isn't to click Stone Edge, it's just to click Outrage. This game's about to get really tough. But Jolteon can click T-Bolts and get kills. Whoa, jeez. I was at 5.2, so yeah, I wasn't going to be able to come back in on rocks. Jolteon comes in here and gets kills pretty well. I mean, it pretty much gets 2 kills, but it doesn't get the kills with Sneasel, so Tapu Lele switches in twice still. Oh, no, it switches in once, never mind. And it can't get terrain up the second time, so I think it's either Rhydon or Skarmory here. Rhydon beats Skarmory. Has to take on a lot of Pokemon here. Skarmory's under so much. I need to weaken things with Skarm, and then just be clean with Jolteon right now. But Jolteon only gets 2 cleaning attacks, and they have to be kills. The Tapu Lele needs to get Weavile down, so. How much do I do to Ampharos? If I can come back against this, if I can come back against in this game, I'm gonna be so fired up. Actually, Shadow Ball will kill Ampharos next time it comes in, which is good to know. Thunderbolt will definitely not, but Shadow Ball will. Yeah, that Blastoise play sucks here, because Blastoise was such a good switch-in right now in this moment, and in that moment before, and I don't want this thing to rest, because I feel like it hasn't clicked, it hasn't revealed, I feel like it's easily Chesto Resto right now, you know, I don't want to give this thing a turn to rest, straight up. So, I think the play has to be Rhydon here, because Skarmory will come in, not be able to kill it, for sure. I guess we'll calculate, but yeah, no way. Unless if we had Ironhead, we could go for flinches, but this thing's probably Chesto Resto. 140. So if he's not speed creeping right now, we will outspeed. The Stone Edge kill. Stone Edge kill is a safer play. But no, it does not, so I'm just going to click Earthquake. If it switches in again, actually, it might not get a lot of chances to... okay, we get the kill on that. It's a 4-4 game, but I'm in a much worse position than he is. The Z Tornadus was good. and my blast I just play. So I can kill quite a few of these Pokemon with Jolteon if I can get Lele in. And Lele's going to outspeed this Tentacle set, I'm pretty sure. But I think the play's either Lele here, and Lele cannot take a Scald here, so I'm just going to go into Skarm. I think that's obvious. Please don't burn. There's the burn. No, and there go my rocks. So I think I can click Toxic here, and just at least Toxic something, get some chip on it, whatever it is. Or do I want to make a really ballsy switch and go into Rhydon? Because no, I'm gonna go Toxic here. I can click Roost on the next turn. Definitely fearing the Heat Wave. But also fearing the Grass Knot. This thing destroys me without my two best answers to it dead. I mean, Jolteon's a good answer, but Jolteon isn't a good answer for long. Don't want Skarm to die. Hidden Power Fighting would have been fucking awesome right now. I mean, we know that... Okay, let's see. Hurricane. Let's assume that's Hurricane. Did how much to Garchomp? With Z. 88.5. So that's very clearly just max special attack, I think. So now if we do Heat Wave to Skarmory, it's going to do a hell of a lot, and especially with this burn, it gets really unfortunate. Rhydon cannot take those Grass Knots either. And so, with that in mind, I just have to hope he doesn't have it, or let him kill Skarmory, in which case I can go Tapu Lele, try to fire off a Moonblast. The game's not over if I can kill this, or if it's missing a coverage move. So I'm just gonna click Roost. Okay, all right, okay. He clicked U-turn. Maybe he doesn't have Heat Wave. That would be wild. That would be wild. But here comes Ampharos. I think it's gonna click the T-Bolt here. Don't think I would play with sides right on, you know. Well, we're gonna see what this person says my shot is. Because I'm curious. I don't think I have one. I mean, I think the play has to be Lele, right? And it's in any situation. And do I click Moonblast or do I click Psychic? Doesn't matter. He lets this die for sure here. Oh, but if he lets this die, it's not over, actually. This is his only way to kill Skarm reliably if that Torn's not running Heat Wave. I'm not going to give up. I just think it's unlikely. I have to get a kill with this, so I think Moonblast against Torn's not the play. It's going to click the Psychic. Oh, yeah, that's basically what I just said anyways. Nice. Okay, I really knew that. Okay, so I already, that's what my game plan anyways, so whatever. Alright, so the worst case scenario, we click Psychic. Thinking, not Shadow Ball, Psychic or Moonblast. I think it has to be Psychic, I think. No point in switching this back out and just taking damage. Yeah, I sacking this has to be the play because it can't come back in, so I'll just click Moonblast, I guess. Is he Scarf? I think he's Scarf. If he's Scarf, I lose. Also, I don't think Jolteon kills. Oh, it can. It's a roll. I mean, yeah, I don't have a play for Skarmory, with Skarmory here. Yeah, I guess we'll just click that T-Bolt. See what happens. And he is Scarf. That's an unfortunate week 2 loss. That's unfortunate, but I'm not going to get too salty because that's just like a mistake that I made. Nothing happened. He played a good game. You know, Ironhead flinch hacks could have saved the game here if I was running Ironhead. A crit, maybe there. Yo, I lived that? What? Super mega crit? Yo, wait. I lose my flying type when I mean, Charge Beam's gonna start getting stronger, so I'm gonna lose probably anyways. Alright, well that's the game, guys. Disappointing week 2. Damn, that's unfortunate. I don't know, I could have played that Blastoise set better, but the Garchomp set. No, now knowing he was Scarf Weavile, Garchomp wasn't gonna save that game. But damn, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping to have a better season than this. Alas. Well, I hope you guys in this video. If you did, leave a comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. And always, very appreciated. I will see you guys next time. Krakenation, out.